After 24 days of conflict in West Asia, the White House issued a final ultimatum. Open the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours, or the United States military will destroy Iran's power plants, effectively plunging the entire country into darkness. Iran met the threat with immediate defiance. A government spokesperson promised to demolish American companies and Zionist infrastructure across the region, closing the message by mocking the president with his own reality TV catchphrase, "Hey Trump, you're fired." Then, without warning, the president reversed course. In a social media post riddled with typos, he announced a 5-day delay for all military strikes. He claimed that talks for a complete resolution of hostilities were suddenly underway. The 48-hour deadline simply disappeared. This pivot suggests that either the administration backed away from a direct confrontation or a specific hidden event forced both nations to hit the brakes. The past 3 weeks followed a rigid logic of symmetrical counterstrikes. Hit Iranian military facilities, U.S. Gulf bases were targeted. Burn Tehran's fuel tanks, Iran strikes Gulf energy. Trump threatened Iran's power grid. Tehran countered, targeting 4 Gulf infrastructure categories. The most severe of these was a plan to strike regional desalination plants, the industrial facilities that remove salt from seawater to provide drinkable water. Weaponizing the region's water supply indicated a shift toward total, unrestricted war. This willingness to target the survival of millions suggested that Iran viewed the conflict as an existential struggle. They were prepared to match any American escalation, regardless of the humanitarian cost. While the public focus remained on power plants and fuel lines, a covert exchange was unfolding at the highest levels of the nuclear shadow war. On Saturday, Israel and the U.S. successfully struck Iran's uranium enrichment facilities at Natanz. Natanz is a heavily fortified site in central Iran, used to process the materials required for nuclear energy and weapons. Iran's retaliation was massive, utilizing swarms of drones and cluster munitions. Cluster munitions are warheads that scatter dozens of smaller explosive bomblets over a large area to maximize damage. These projectiles targeted Israeli cities and forced the immediate evacuation of the Ben Gurion airport. Although Israeli defenses intercepted 92% of the 180 incoming projectiles, the sheer volume of the swarm eventually saturated the grid. 2 missiles managed to penetrate the defensive net. Those 2 missiles landed in the Negev desert, near Dimona. This facility is the headquarters of Israel's secret nuclear program, where uranium is enriched for the state's covert nuclear arsenal. A direct strike on a nuclear weapons facility is a red line with global consequences. This specific near miss appears to be the catalyst that draws both sides toward emergency negotiations. Following the impact near Dimona, the 48-hour military ultimatum was replaced by a 5-day window for high-stakes backchannel diplomacy. Global markets responded instantly to the shift. The moment the word resolution appeared in the president's statement, financial charts showed a sharp upward spike in trading. Reports indicate the U.S. is communicating with Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, the Speaker of Iran's parliament. Ghalibaf is a veteran political figure who is currently leading the Iranian side of these exchanges. The logistics of these talks are complex. Because direct communication remains frozen, messages are being routed through 3 separate intermediaries: Pakistan, Turkey, and Egypt. This diplomatic pivot comes only after both sides have demonstrated their ability to hit the other's most sensitive assets. With the strikes on Natanz and Dimona, the 2 nations are now sitting at the table with their most significant bargaining chips already played. While the details are still surfacing, the framework for a potential ceasefire is currently being discussed across these backchannels. The proposed terms include a unique, passive approach to political transition. The president suggested that the current Iranian leadership is being phased out naturally, describing it as a regime change by attrition as the old guard falls away. Perhaps the most unexpected proposal involves the joint control of the Strait of Hormuz. The current plan suggests the waterway will be managed by a partnership between the U.S. president and the next leader of the Iranian regime. The world is now watching the 5-day clock. Is this a genuine effort to prevent a regional catastrophe through a historic peace deal? Or is it a tactical pause, allowing both sides to prepare for a final, massive strike?